Okay, students, let's move on to the fourth question. The fourth question, we have the diameter of a cylindrical shaped vessel is 28 centimeter. It's better if we can draw a figure and we can easily pick the data given. So we'll draw a cylinder and mark the data. So the diameter of the cylinder, it's 28 centimeter given. If the vessel contains a volume of 6160 of water, find the height of the water level. Okay, so inside the cylinder there is a particular volume of water, but the height is unknown. So the volume of the water is given as 6160. So we need to find the height of the water. Okay, so using a figure we can easily understand the given data and we can have we can go for the answer with easy. So the entire height of this cylinder is unknown, but the volume of the water is given and the diameter of the base of the cylinder is given. So when we consider the shape of the water inside this cylinder, so we can draw another cylinder. So the blue color cylinder, it's representing entire the filled water. So the height is h, the diameter is given 28 centimeter, the volume is 6160. The shape of the water, it's a cylinder. So we can find the volume of this water. So we can use the equation V equal pi r squared h, because the shape of the water is like cylinder. Okay, we have a basic knowledge about in grade 9 we studied, when we pour a liquid, the liquid get the shape of the container. So the shape of the container is cylinder, so the filled water will take the same shape. So we can use the equation of cylinder, volume of the cylinder, to find the height. So we know the volume, it's 6160. So pi, it's 22/7. The diameter is 28. So the radius is 14 centimeter. So we have to find the h. So in this side we can do some simplification, then we'll subtract the h. So 7 times 1, 7 times 2. Okay, don't multiply it. Some of the students, they made while doing the area, perimeter, volume question, they always they have a habit. If they see the multiplication sign or division sign or addition sign, they didn't think we can use a simplification, like we divide the 14 by 7. So if you move 22 to 14 individually, the 6160 is a even number, 22 to 14 all are even numbers, all are multiple of 2. This number, the volume is also a multiple of 2, so we can have a division. Instead of get this idea, some of the students, they do 22 into 2, it's 44, and 44 into 14, you have another large number. So you have to move the large number. You didn't get an idea from which digit we can divide. So the larger number, we don't get any idea. So keep keep the values as it is. Okay, and send one by one. You studied in grade 9 formula how to subject the term. So here we need to find the h, so subject individually. Okay, right. Let's take 22 to 14 to other side of the equation. So we'll keep h on that side. So we'll take 22 which multiply with the h. So if you change it, it will divide. Okay, so another 22, it will also going to be divide, so multiplying with 22. So consider like this, 22 to 14. Consider it is an individual value, all are the individual value multiplying with h, so send it, so it going to be divide, so into 14. So we'll do the division part. Okay, so divided by 2 one time, divided by 2 it's 3, 1 0, 16 it's 8, another 0 is there. Okay, so 3080 for 14, so we'll take 22. So divided by 2 it's 11, divided by 2 3 times 1, so 10, 5, 8 4 times 1540. Okay, if we have a connection between the numbers while we doing area perimeter, while we using pi r, these values are familiar with us. 144, how can we get 144? So in the previous questions we get this value, so we need to familiar with the number, so we can do the simplification faster. Okay, if it is not, we'll have, if we have a knowledge about the multiple table, and you can easily do it. Okay, divided by 2 14, it's 7 times, divided by 2 15, it's 7 times, 1 remaining 14, it's also 7 times, so 77 11 7. So easily you can pick 7 divided by 7 it's 1, divided by 7 it's 11, divided by 11 it's 1, divided by 11 it's 1. So we have 10 on the numerator, nothing on the denominator, it's 1. So h equal, the height of the water level is 10 centimeter. So remember this simplification. So we are not using calculator. In our syllabus, we are not using calculator. So whatever it is, whether it is a large number, whether it is a decimal number, whether it is a fraction, don't worry about that. Because we can't use calculator. So the values, the given values must simplify. Okay, easily. So if you go through another time, you can go back with the video and see how we do the simplification. It's very simple. Like that, always you can have the values. So don't panic and don't do that mistake only. Earlier I said, don't multiply and get another big number, so you can't think how you are going to divide 6160 by the multiplied number. Okay, keep it as it is, subject the values correctly, and you can do the simplification. So answer of the fourth question, we have its height of the water level is 10 centimeter. So we have to write it with the sentence, because we found we substitute the volume of the water instead of volume of this shape. Okay, so we found h as 10 centimeter, the height of this shape. The question is answer of the water level, height of the water level. So therefore height of the water level, height of the water level, it's 10 centimeter. Okay, the fifth question we have, a description we have, so we need to read it correctly, we need to understand the terms, and we need to understand what is the question. Okay, we'll read it. A rectangular metal sheet, a rectangular metal sheet is of length 22 centimeter and breadth 11 centimeter. Just draw it. While you read it, just draw a figure. Then easily you can have, because if you have a figure, so you can easily understand the description. So just we are drawing a rectangle, a small rough rectangle. So the length is 22 centimeter and the breadth is 11 centimeter. Okay, so using this metal rectangular sheet, draw two cylinders. So we need to draw two cylinders. 1, 2. So the first part of the question, we need to draw two cylinders. Okay, draw the two cylinders that can be constructed with this sheet. So with this sheet, we need to create a cylinder. We need to create two separate cylinders, which means the cylinders got different height and different radius. Okay, with the same sheet we can't create two cylinders, but if we change the measurement of the radius and the height, yes, we can create two cylinders from this sheet. We can create an idea. Okay, so that's what they are asking. Each such that each side forms the curved edge. Okay, that is the point. That is the data to do the question. This is the important data. If you need, you can underline the part. Each side forms the curved edge. Okay, so if you think a cylinder, so it's look like this. It's look like this. Okay, so when we use a rectangular sheet, imagine recall the basic idea. How do we derive the surface area? How do we derive the surface area of a cylinder? So so you have to recall it. So think this is the rectangular sheet. So I'll fold it. So this is the rectangular sheet they are mentioning. 22 centimeter length and 11 centimeter breadth. So this is the sheet. The metal sheet is given. So think with the length and breadth, we need to create a cylinder. Each side forms the curved edge. So what does that mean? Each side forms the curved edge. Okay, so first we take the length. So lengthwise, so how do we create a cylinder with a rectangle? We discuss it. You have to think the most wanted material, the most wanted ingredient to do sweets. So what is that? We discussed with the cylinder. It's most related to a cylinder. It's a Milkmaid tin. So if you tear the label on the Milkmaid tin, it will, when we pasted the label on the Milkmaid tin, it look like the label look like the curved edge, like this curved edge. So if you tear it, so it is in the shape of rectangle. We studied in the basic surface area of the cylinder. Okay, the lengthwise we need to create a cylinder. So if you connect the edges, if you connect the lengths, okay, simply you can create a cylinder. If you connect the lengths, simply you can create a cylinder. So it's a cylinder. So if you have a sheet of rectangle, you can have it a cylinder. It's a cylinder. Okay, we connect only the length. If you connect the length, so you can easily have a cylinder. So if you connect the length, so the curved edge is created by length. Okay. Same, we connect the breadth. So we connect the breadth. If you connect the breadth, yes, we can have another cylinder. Okay, so that's why they mention each side forms curved edge. So using the breadth, connecting the breadth, we can create a cylinder. Connecting the length wise, we can create a cylinder. So that is the meaning of each side forms the curved edge. Okay, so that's how we are going to create two cylinders. So we'll draw it first. Okay, so if you imagine this rectangular shape, so we need to paste this side into this side, the breadth. Okay, so if you connect the breadth, the height will be the breadth. Okay, if you connect it, so we have a cylinder like this. So the height is 11 centimeter. The height is 11 centimeter. Okay, what will be this length? So if you join the breadth of this rectangle, so if you join the breadth, so the length is change its shape into a circle. Is that correct? So the length is changed as a circle if you connect it. Okay, it's a circle. So the 22 centimeter, so we can name it, this 22 centimeter is a circumference. This is the main theory we studied in surface area. Okay, so the surface the circumference of the base is 22 centimeter. Is that correct? Same as if you connect two lengths. So if you join this side and this side, okay, you can create a cylinder. So the height of the cylinder is 22. So we can create another cylinder with height of 22. Okay, so this part will be the circumference. So the circumference of the base, it's going to be the breadth, 11 centimeter. Okay, so you take a rectangular sheet paper and do it like this. So you can have these two figures. So using the sides, the breadth and the length, we can create two cylinders. So the first part of the question, they asked to draw with the measurement. Okay, mark the measurement on the figure and find the volume of each cylinder. Okay, so we already marked the measurements, so we can find the volume of the cylinder. Okay, right, volume of the cylinder, we know the equation is pi r squared h. So we have the heights, we have the height of the cylinders, but what about the r? What about the radius? We don't know the radius. We need to find the radius. Okay, how do we find the radius? We have the circumference of the base of the cylinders, both cylinders. So using the circumference, we need to find the radius first. Then using the radius and height, we are going to find the volume. Okay, let's start the work for the first cylinder. radius, so circumference is equals to 2 pi r. Circumference is 22, so 2 into 22 over 7 into r. We need to find the r. Okay, so just we can't simplify the values, so we need to move the values other side of the equation. So how do we going to move? We start with the denominator 7, so it will divide with r. If you send the other side, it will multiply. So 22 into 7. Then we have 2 into 22 into r. So think 22 and 2 as one value. So if you send it, 2 and 22 multiply with this value. So r will subject. So r equal 22 into 7 over 2 into 22. Carefully subject it. Okay, now so you'll have the idea. Now you can easily cut it off. If you multiply it, so it will be a larger value. You have to think, you have to take more time. So 22 times 1, 22 times 1. So it's 7 over 2. We'll keep it 7 over 2. It's 3.5. We'll keep it. Okay. So let's find the volume of this first cylinder. So its volume is equals to pi r squared h. So 22 over 7. So the radius is 7 over 2. And 7 over 2, height will be 11. Okay, 7 times 1, 7 times 1, 2 times 1, 2 times 11. So on the denominator we have 2, we can divide. So 11, 7 and 11. Okay, so 11 into 7, it's 77. Is that correct? 77. So we discuss how to multiply with the 11. So take the first digit as it is, take the last digit as it is, add the both digits. So if we add it, it's 14. But we need to write only one digit. Write the last digit and send the other digit to the previous number. So 1. So finally, it's 847. You can multiply it. So I'll do with the alternative method. So it is 847 over 2 centimeter cube. So you can give with the decimal value. Okay. Right. We'll go for the second cylinder. Same way, same method. We are going to find the radius first. Then we can find the volume. Okay. So C equal 2 pi r. So C is equals to 11. 2 into 22 over 7 into r. We need to find the r. So subject the terms. So r equal 11 into 7 over 2 into 22. Okay. 11 times 1, 11 times 2. So it's 7 over 4. So we don't want to change as a decimal value because this is a simple form. We can easily substitute for the r in the volume. Okay. So the volume, so volume equals to pi r squared h. So 22 over 7. So it's 7 over 4 into 7 over 4. So the height is 22. Okay, 7 times 1, 7 times 1. If you divide by 2, it's 2 and it's 11. Okay, so divided by 2, it's 1, it's another 11. So we have the same value on the previous 11, 7, 11. 11, 7, 11. Okay, the answer is 847. So 847 over, on the denominator we have a 4 centimeter cube. You know how to change it in the decimal value. Okay, change it as a decimal value. So those are the volume of these two cylinders. So this question based on most important question. Why? This question is based on the basic idea. The basic idea of a surface of a cylinder. how a cylinder is made, how we can we can construct a cylinder. So we studied on the surface area, so you need to use the knowledge to find this answer. So surface area and how the surface area is created, the equation is created. So you know how we create 2 pi RH, how we create 2 pi RH, you know that. So the basic idea of creating the surface area 2 pi RH is used to create these cylinders with these rectangular sheets. Okay, so we'll move on to the other question.